Welcome everybody to Canadian Yoga here, and I am here to bring you a town talk video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about uh, this interesting update regarding Canelo Alvarez and Jake Paul. Um, so Jake Paul, it looks like Jake Paul is going to be getting the wish that he wants to actually fight a legitimate boxer, a pro boxer, and in the ring. And he's not fighting an old man. He's not fighting washed up, retired UFC fighters. He is actually going to fight Canelo Alvarez, and so this is going to be a very interesting situation to see Jake Paul fight an actual real professional boxer who is still, by the way, in his prime. So Canelo Alvarez is like 34 years old, and Jake Paul is about 27, 28. Um, so in this article from MMAweekly.com that was just made, just written March 10th, Monday, March 10th, 2025, it says here, Canelo Alvarez welcomes Jake Paul fight under one condition. So I believe in, so let me just read the article. It says here, Canelo Alvarez has finally expressed an interest in a Jake Paul fight, but only under one condition. The boxing legend holds all the cards in any potential matchup against the social media star. At 34 years old, the Mexican is still one of the best fighters in the world, and he believes that more work must be done in the ring before he is willing to entertain a fight against the controversial figure. So, it says here, despite years of declining interest, Canelo Alvarez looked destined to face Jake Paul after reports stated the pair had agreed to fight. That bout eventually fell through, and Alvarez has now shared further information on the canceled event. Canelo Alvarez said, quote, I think everyone wants to see me beat Jake Paul. I thought about it for a minute. We agreed for the promoters to go and see what the numbers are for that fight in May. And he said, quote, Canelo Alvarez continuing, said, I don't call that a fight. I call it an event. That event needs to wait. It's not the moment to do that kind of event at this moment in my career, close quote. Canelo Alvarez said also, quote, I think at the end of my career when I'm retired, maybe we'll see, close quote. Canelo Alvarez later praised Paul for being dedicated to the craft, though he admits it's difficult to rate the YouTuber's ability. Canelo Alvarez said, quote, about Jake Paul, he's focused on boxing, he's disciplined. We need to credit him for that. Maybe he's more disciplined than other fighters, close quote. But Canelo Alvarez also said, quote, but as a fighter, it's very difficult to say. That's why when you say a fight with Jake Paul, for me, it's difficult to say a fight. It's more of an event than a fight. Close quote. And also, the article continues. It says any potential fight between the two will have to wait as Canelo Alvarez nears his return to the ring. On May 3rd, Canelo Alvarez will welcome William Skull into the ring and to kickstart his 4-fight deal with Turkey Alal Sheikh. So there we have it right here in the article. It mentions that Canelo Alvarez is open and welcoming to the idea of fighting Jake Paul. Maybe we will see it happen after Alvarez takes care of his business in the boxing ring and maybe goes for another world championship run. After he's done with that, he'll probably fight Jake Paul. But let's face it, Canelo Alvarez is still a world-class fighter, and he knows how to fight. And even Canelo Alvarez doubts Jake Paul's boxing ability. He does agree that Jake Paul does and has been committed to the art of the fight, art of boxing, and the science of boxing, and he's just been committed to being a student of the boxing. But at the same time, he does doubt Jake Paul's ability to fight And let's face it, given his track record, all these events that he has been doing as a quote unquote uh, a boxer have been against people who are not skilled in the in the profession of boxing. They have not been boxing since they were 5 years old. Okay, Jake Paul has been boxing. He boxed an old 60-year-old Mike Tyson earlier this last year. He boxed. He lost a fight to a actual professional boxer in Tommy Fury. Okay, and he also uh, he got knocked out a few times fighting Floyd Mayweather. So his track record has not been very good, despite the fact that he's racked up wins against his opponents who were ex-MMA fighters or retired fighters. And so, it just doesn't make sense for Canelo Alvarez to go and fight against Jake Paul, in my own opinion. But I mean, if Canelo Alvarez wants to fight Jake Paul, that's fine. But it's that it can't be a promotion. It can't be a professional event. It's got to be more of an exhibition that has to happen for Jake Paul. And I don't think Jake Paul is going to be fighting any professional fighters anytime soon, because if he knows he does, he will be getting his clock cleaned. And everybody knows that we all want to see Jake Paul get his clock cleaned, but he's not going to go that route and actually fight a real professional pro boxer. He's tried to get Muhammad Ali's grandson, Nico Ali Walsh, to fight him. Now he's trying to still get Canelo Alvarez to fight him, but Canelo Alvarez, is definitely staying focused on what he's doing, what he does best. And he if he does fight Jake Paul, it will make it like a actual boxing match, not a one-sided match where it will be Canelo Alvarez versus the refs versus the judges and Jake Paul. It will be a 3-on-1 situation. You don't want to have that happen. So to me, it doesn't make sense for Jake Paul to fight Canelo Alvarez. Jake Paul could just continue doing his event boxing, like Canelo Alvarez has phrased it, his exhibition celebrity boxing thing. But Jake Paul's celebrity boxing thing, obviously it's not real boxing. Let's just face it, it's not real. It's fake boxing. It's just boxing on parody, a parody type of boxing. Like, it's entertainment, just like it's for wrestling, WWE wrestling. It's WWE boxing in that sense. And so that's all I have to say about this article. I'll be posting this article in the comments section for everybody to check out. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. See you guys in the next video.